Are we live? There's Twitch. And come on, YouTube. You can do it. Connect streaming software to go live. Excellent connection. YouTube. Okay, there we go. I think I'm live on YouTube, but the screen is black, so I don't know. I'm using YouTube for the VODs. There we go. Okay. It's just being extremely slow. Anyway, this out. There. So, yesterday we got deleting objects individually at the when we're closing the game. That works, but it's really slow. And so I'm pretty sure it's slow because it has to wait like for each one of these copies. And so we were looking into ways to speed up these copies by batching them together, because you can put like multiple buffer copies into this copy buffer. Yeah, and so I was thinking about it a little bit, and I think this might be kind of the wrong way to do it. I think the right way to do it is to embed it in the render graph. And so I'd have like a node somewhere that has like copy all the buffers and update things, right? But then what I'm doing here specifically is when I'm closing the game. And so that's kind of weird. I mean, technically I don't even have to do this when I'm closing the game, because like when I free the buffer, it'll free the whole thing, right? Like if I'm deleting everything, I don't need to be copying stuff. So like I could speed up deleting it, but I'd rather just make it work right in the first place. Yeah, and oh yeah, I also want to just profile the code and see if this is actually what the problem is. I'm pretty sure it is, but I want to make sure. So let me. Yeah, this is the one I want. This is the one that. Oh. Buffer copy. Right. There we go. Yeah, so this is the one that's actually working. Should recompile this. And I like using hotspot. Let me see, can I? Okay, it's this window. I think. Is it this window? Yeah. So let's see, hotspot, perf, yeah. That's what I like to use. Somewhere in here there's a command. I don't know how, I don't think I've done this on NixOS yet, so this might have a problem. But I'm pretty sure I set it up before. Yeah, I have perf, and I have hotspot. Oh, I can just record straight in here. So let me just try this. Build name, no, not data files. Okay, I guess I just do record data. Okay, here we go. Grab this. Parameters. Yeah, I don't know what parameters. I think that's somewhere in here. It'll give a list of parameters. Yeah, and this is like super user stuff. I know there were a whole bunch of parameters I was using on Arch. Yeah, it's something like this. Yeah. Let's just see what this does. Failed to record data, permission, error mapping pages. Yep. Okay. So I have to fix this. So perf event paranoid. So if I just cat this, or what's up? 2. Okay. Yeah, so disallow kernel profiling events, right? So now if I just echo -1 in here to this, permission didn't, what? Yeah, like it's weird trying to do sudo like that. Just do it like this. Because like you're running echo as root, but not the pipe as root or something. It's weird. Anyway, that should work. Let's see if this works now. Hey, there we go. Yep. And now we can quit it, and it's recording, and so we can look at everything. That's taking forever. Unquit, it should be that copy. I should just have like a whole bunch of like VK wait for fences or something. That's what I expect to see. And yeah, I need to set up NixOS to do this automatically, but for now it's fine. Should I just go ahead and close that? I can probably do this with like 100K and not a million. But a million is fine. Yeah, it does not need to be taking 40 seconds to close. Come on. I know it's closing. I guess the profiling is just taking longer, but I thought hotspot is trying. Okay, there it goes. It just takes a very long time. Original, yeah. So now, okay, I guess now I do open and it's this perf data. Okay. Failed to parse. Call sims. Module is missing 3 debug symbols, missing one. Okay, I guess that doesn't matter. Let's see, flame graph. Here we go. Let's get this working right on the screen. There's the edge of it. Okay, so this window's actually a bit too far. So yeah, all of this copy. This is what. No, let's go. Show me everything. Scroll out. How do I zoom out? Oh man, what did I do? CPU core. Okay, whatever. Yeah, so this is the whole thing, right? So this is what's going on here. BK fence retire. Yeah, so this is like queue next submission. Yeah. And then here's image loading, and then here is remove instance, and basically all this time is taken up. Is that just recording? Oh, that's validation layer stuff. Okay. And recording. Yeah, so some of this might be like record time, but yeah. See, big wait for fences. Okay, queue submit actually is taking a while, but in any case, all this stuff will get fixed if we can just batch all these together so that I'm only running this copy like once or twice rather than a million times. Yeah. And then, yeah, I think next submission queue. Yeah, this is for the actual, this is for every frame. So that's fine. That's irrelevant. This is, loading images is slow. And then, and so for this. So it's definitely that copy command. So that's good to know that we've verified that. And so now, yes, I would like to embed this into the render graph. And so I'll need a way of keeping track of all the buffer copies I need to be doing. And then there might be a problem with data hazards. So like if I, like the order in which the copies happen matter, I think. And so I might have to run this like a few times for each like block of data hazards. It'd be kind of complicated to figure out. Let me see. Look up BK CMD copy buffer. I don't know if this handles how this handles like data hazards and like the order of copies. If any specified regions in source buffer overlaps with any of the specified regions in destination buffer, values reading are undefined. BK copy buffer. If any of the specified regions Source buffer overlaps in memory. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I should be getting validation errors at least if I have data hazard. So that's good to know. Because I was getting validation errors earlier for this kind of stuff. Yeah, if the regions overlap, which is where data hazard would be, right? If I'm like writing to one and copying from it, that I don't know the ordering, and so I'd have to do, I'll have to keep track of ordering for data hazards, and that's more complicated. And for now, I'm just deleting things, and so I don't. Am I gonna have a data hazard for this? Or just doing a whole bunch of deletes? I'm not sure. Because I'm doing pop and swap. Yeah, I think I will eventually. Yeah, because like if I just remove the last one every time, it's fine. But like if I remove a middle one and then I copy the last block over into it, yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Because then that last block, eventually, whatever block I copy to is going to get removed. Hmm. I might have to have like a million copies anyway to get this working then. Right? Hmm. Yeah, it could be a problem. Because, like, I don't have a good way to show it right now, but I'm pretty sure, like, if I batch all these together, even for the delete, I'm going to get a lot of validation errors. And I mean, it's just quitting anyway, so I don't really care. But, like, overall, as this gets used later on in the engine, I need it to actually work right without data hazards everywhere. So I do need to resolve it. But the problem is, I might have to do these one at a time, or yeah, or maybe it's, I don't know, it might be mostly fine, or it might be like some weird thing, like I might need like log base 2 and um, copy commands or something like that. That might be it. I'm just going to go ahead and put everything into one buffer, and then I can worry about data hazards later. So, GPU copy, right? So what I actually want to do here is I want a safe vector, and I just want to push back all the copies. And then I want like actually do, or use like cached copies or something. Yeah. So if I go to allocation, it's GPU. Yeah, here we go. Here's GPU. So let's make a safe vector of vk buffer copies. I'm gonna call this yeah, I call it buffer copy buffer, but that's kind of stupid. I guess just buffer copies is fine. Maybe, yeah, whatever. And then I need to include my common library. Or is it, no, it's utils, right? So it's, go back, is it utils? Is it this? Is that not found? Utils not found. Might need another one. Oh, it's the wrong side. There we go. Utils is found. There we go. Now I have a safe vector of buffer copies. And so this is just a mutex, and so the mutex is going to be slow, but it should be faster than what I'm currently doing. So it's an improvement. Yeah. So instead of this, right, I want to say buffer copies pushback buffer copy, and then buffer copies. Okay, and this doesn't like that it's a safe vector. Okay, because copy buffer just wants a regular vector. Okay, for the command runner, right? Well, I can just say I can have an overload that's like data and size or something. That's fine. go to the command runner. Yeah, and then this is like a void pointer data size to count. Go here. Command runner copy buffer. And then it's count and data. It's weird that the is that really how this is supposed to be? Okay, well, yeah, it's region counter regions. Usually it's the other way around where you have like the pointer first and then the size. Whatever. You need to be uint32t, right? What else is wrong with this? Oh, this needs to be a VK buffer copy pointer. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'd rather have VK buffer copy pointer here. So like, instead of doing void pointer and then just cast it down here, that just makes this safer. Anyway, yeah, and you need to be uint32t, and you need to be VK buffer copy. Oh, what was that? VK buffer copy 2? Or VK copy buffer 2, whatever this is. Next. Okay. Source offset. Probably not this one, because I think this next indirection would be slow. Indirection. Yep. Yeah, VK KHR copy commands 2. Copy commands functionally identical except they're using extensible structures. Yeah, but these do like indirections, so that would be slow. Yep. I'd rather just give a vector than yep. Anyway. Yeah, so that works there. And then we go back to the allocation. Right? And so this has to be a reinterpret cast. So VK buffer copy pointer. Does that not work? Oh, right. Safe vector doesn't have data. Right. I mean, I could just use a regular vector and put a mutex here. That'll work. It's just... Yeah, the problem is eventually I'm somehow going to need to get this data pointer out of this. Okay. Yeah, so I might have to do something. Yeah, I need like some way to hold on to the data pointer and block everything else until it gets back. So would I have to like return a mutex lock or something? Can you even do that? Shared mutex, yeah. Unique lock. All these are unique. Why is this a shared mutex? Oh, shared lock here for that. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So yeah, for now, I'm just going to use a regular vector and mutex lock. That should be better. Since I'm just using mutex there anyway, so like, I don't think it's that big of a deal. And then, yeah, I can go back to using buffer copies here. That's fine. Right, and then I just need, yeah, right here on this pushback, I just need a mutex lock. Which is kind of bad, but yeah, and I know eventually there's a safe vector from Bjorn Strustrup, something on his website. I want to eventually implement that. I just haven't got around to it yet. Anyway, lock buffer copy mutex, and there's probably libraries that implement it, but I'd like to implement it myself. copy mutex. Isn't there something like I have to give it a type? Or, no, okay. So that works. Kind of sucks, but it'll be fine. Should be better. GPU allocation, run copies. It's just this. Also, I want to take this lock. Take the lock. Okay, copy buffer. DST allocation. Right. Wait, hold on. Is it this copy that it's running? No. Like wrap this in something else for the parameters. Yeah, because because this is for like copying to other buffers as well. Yeah, I'm doing destination allocation buffer. Am I doing anything that copies to other buffers? No. This is fine for now, but it's really bad to use DST allocation. Yeah, so a lot of this code is going to be completely terrible, but I just want to see if this works, and then I can fix things. So yeah, just make this here, run copies. Okay. So yeah, so when I'm deleting things, I have all these copies, and then I guess, I probably need to like run copies before I realloc, and there's a whole bunch of really broken stuff here. Yeah. But anyway, I'm using write for all instance data, right? I think I'm only using copy. Yeah, I'm using this copy for realloc, and then I think this copy is just for pop and swap. So yeah. Then once I copy buffer, if buffer copies dot size is greater than 0, then do this. Yep. And then I guess I should take the lock first. That's technically better. Yeah, I don't know. Because I want to like run this every frame, and I'd rather not have to like unlock and unlock every frame. Yeah, because if this happens, then like if it returns 0, then like whatever, it'll just get copied on the next frame, I think. So yeah, if I'm thinking later on about like dynamically adding or removing objects. But I think that's fine for now. And eventually I will have much better safe vectors that I mean, size is probably still a problem, but anyway. Let's just try to get this working. So now when do I want to actually run copies? And I also have to figure out, right, like this is GPU allocation. Yeah. So let's go, is it in the renderer? Yeah, so I'm making all these here. Instance indices, yeah, so cold instance indices. So basically, yeah, so I'm gonna like delete everything. Yeah, what am I calling delete? And I guess really I don't even have to run this at the end because it'll get cleaned up anyway, but when I free the buffer. Which might actually, yeah, it might actually make more sense. It's just say, hey, like queue up the buffer copies, but just don't actually run them on the delete because I'm not doing anything. So like I'm actually just deleting the object manager, so it doesn't matter at this point. But I can go in the renderer and say, hey, when the renderer is deleting, just do all the buffer copies, at least for now. I'll probably comment it out, but I'll leave it in there. Yeah. So here, delete GPU allocator, right? Delete render graph. Before before I delete the GPU allocator, I want to look at draw allocators dot actually no, I should just say GPU allocator get buffer cold instance indices, and I want to go here and I'll say run copies. There we go. So I'm going to eventually comment this out, but I just want to make sure the rest of the code actually works right now. Do I have another window, or is that it? Yeah, that's it. Let's see if this even works. Okay, everything loaded up fine. It all looks good. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. I'm missing a whole bunch of these. Interesting. Okay, see how fast it quits. Okay, so these are some memory errors, but 7680, oh man. Yeah, so we have a lot of data hazards here. Get that to line up right. Oh, man. Still going really slow. I mean, I guess doing a million. Well, like it's doing the regions, right? So yeah, detected overlap. So yeah, maybe when I run copies, I want to go over everything and detect any overlaps. So how can I do this, right? Like I could have like an unordered map that would have like, would I keep track of the source pointer or the destination pointer or both? Like I just want to like group them together by something. Like I could group them together by destination. Actually, there's like 109 of these. I'm curious. And this is also going really slow still, which is odd. It should be going way faster now. Right? But I have like 109 of these, and I have like a million objects, right? I thought earlier, right, that's like math dot, is it log 2 of a million? Log 2 takes exact, yeah, right. That makes sense. Do it like this. Okay, no, that's 19, not 109. Okay. Well, anyway. Yeah, but it might be that like these are overlapping in the same spot, so it might actually be 19. I don't know. But yeah, so there's overlap between source and destination in memory. So it's like going even slower than before, I think. Yeah. So how do I actually keep track of these data hazards? And so it's when the destination matches the source of another one. So yeah, but I think if I just do it, or not by destination, not by source. If I do a map by destination, I'm really not sure. Right? Because like theoretically, like when the engine is running, I should be able to remove and delete a million objects, right? Like of like a space game or something, right? And let's say, maybe not a million objects, but like let's say you have an asteroid field, like 10,000 asteroids, and like you leave a system, and so it'll deallocate, it'll delete all those asteroids. Well, it's going to be running pop and stuff, like it's going to be doing this, so I need this to work. Um, Man, it's taking a while. Can I just kill it? Okay, there we go. Yeah. Man, me go down to like 10,000 and or 1,000. See how long some of this takes. Maybe it's just like stuck. Okay, so that quit. But I want to get a good profile and see what's actually taking so long. Because is it the validation layer just like checking all of the... Yeah, it might be the validation layer checking this. Because I guess it's like n squared to check all of them. Maybe. Yeah, so this is taking a moment. I have 10,000 of them. Yeah, it's definitely taking way longer. Yeah, and it's... Because that took so much longer, I'm pretty sure it is like n squared. Probably because of the validation layer. So that's very annoying. And like, I could, instead of doing copy like VK copy buffer, I could use like map, like CPU, the mapped copy stuff. Maybe that's better. I'm not sure. Anyway, I want to rerun this actually. Yep. So start recording. Quit. Yep. It's quitting. That'll take a moment. Oh, yep, there it goes. And so where did this put the, did it just, okay, perf data old. All right. And actually, git ignore. Did I ever ignore these? No. Perf data, or, yeah, like that. Perf data anything? Or, yeah, that should be fine. Anyway. Look at the flame graph. Descriptor manager update. Yeah. Submit command buffer. Where? Okay, so this is still taking a while, but yeah, core checks, validate. Yeah. It's just all this other stuff in here that I don't care about from actually like running the engine. So where's... Okay, so yeah, this is what I'm actually calling the destructor. And all of this time is being taken up. Yeah, core checks. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. There we go. Make this smaller. There we go. So all of the time is spent in validate copy buffer bounds, which is in this get resource memory overlap. And is this the validation layer? Yeah. Vulkan layer chassis. Yeah. So this is definitely the validation layer. So I wonder how fast this goes if I turn off the validation layer. Go on device, or is it somewhere in here? I've like enable validation. Yeah. So if and debug. Okay. I'm just gonna set both these defaults because I still want to use debug. Like I can change it to release mode and it'll turn these off, but then it's using O3 and whatever. I have to recompile everything anyway, so I'll just do it like this. Kill that. Run this. Run. Yep. Oh, what is going on there? I didn't realize that. Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of... Okay, things are very broken. Oh, that's got to be... Those look like parts from this. Yeah, so it's definitely... I'm definitely using copy somewhere else. Need to fix that. But anyway, I can close that. Yeah, so now it closes instantly. So it's definitely the validation layers. All right, so if I go a million of these, run this, close it. Yeah, it's basically instantly. It took like half a second. So the validation layers are really slow because it's trying to validate all of the buffer copies. Huh? And I don't know, like, even if I get rid of all the overlaps, I think it's still going to take a while because it still has to keep track of everything. It's going to be like n squared. Validation layers, DK, CMD, copy buffer. Read after write, not flag, sag fault. I just want to see like performance. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, and I don't know if it's not exactly like a bug in the validation layer. It's doing what it's supposed to. I just don't know if there's like a way I can make it faster. Um, because I think even if I were to like keep track of all the data hazards and get rid of yeah, not have any data hazards in the copy buffer, I think it's still going to be really slow. Um, just because it has to check everything. Hmm. And yeah, so I can use like raw GPU pointers and copy stuff, um, and that gets rid of the validation layer overhead and all that. But one, I like to be using the validation layer. That's kind of the point. And two, um, it's probably slower because now it has to go with like the CPU's MMU. Like it's probably faster to just do buffer copy on the GPU, I would think. Um, so that's interesting. Yeah, and then also I broke some stuff here because for some reason when I'm loading models, I'm doing copy. I guess that'll be in draw maybe. I don't know. It's somewhere I'm doing copy. Um, can I see? Will this tell me like everything that uses this? Find references. Yeah, so you're just in here. But like find implementations, find declarations. Yeah, it's not great. Somewhere I'm doing that. I guess it's in model then. Pre-allocate. No, it's not pre-allocate because it's happening on stuff that's not getting pre-allocated. I mean, I would think it's just in like draw add instance or something, but alloc. Oh, no. I'm not. I'm only doing copy here. Hmm. I guess I can look specifically for copy. Let's change the folders. Like this. No, I want literally this. So there's copy. Okay, yeah, when I'm reallocate or hmm, yeah, yeah, it's probably something to do with reallocation. Yeah, yeah, that's okay. Well, then maybe I can just on realloc right before I run this copy. Can I just say like run copies? Right? Yeah, and then that's copying it to the new allocation. So let's see if that fixes the broken textures and all that. Broken models. Hey, yeah, that fixed it. Okay, that's good. Well, hold on a second. I'm still missing. No, no, no. That's we're not missing a. Yeah, still missing a bishop. Why am I missing a single bishop? I don't know. So, I mean, I'm supposed to have. I can just do this, or no, I can't because mutex lock. Um, this is only happening on one thread anyway. See, do I actually have that bishop, or is it just Is it actually not supposed to be there? No, I'm supposed to have that bishop. Okay. So it's definitely something else wrong. Yeah, now it's going to be... Why is it slow? Oh, right, because I'm... Yeah. So... Well, yeah, that might be this DST, the fact I'm not keeping track of this. So let's keep track of that first. Is there any way I can give this thing a stride? That's not great. No, not that one. No, there's no like stride for this. Trying to see how I can keep track of the DST allocation of this. And I don't want to just like, I mean, I can't just like make a new struct and then put this at like the top of it or something. But then I can't just pass buffer copies here. I have to like copy it into a new vector. And it's terrible. So that's why I was looking for a stride, right? But it doesn't exist, which makes sense. Like how, like this is such a weird use case anyway. This is what I'm looking at. Running copies. Yeah, really, it's not DST allocation I care about. It's actually just buffer that I care about. So that's something. And so I guess. So I'm like I can just have another one. I can say buffer copies buffers dot pushback DST allocation buffer. All right, and then this makes multi-threading like significantly more complex, but pushback. Actually, do I want a queue or a stack or hold on? I want first in, last out. Right? Yeah, because I'm pushing back here. Yeah. Or no, I want first in, first out. Yeah, so I want a queue. Okay. So this is just this. Yeah, and then so I have like VK buffer equals buffer copies buffers dot wait, what? Right. I actually have to organize these by the destination buffer. I can't just like so I have to figure out, I have to organize them by destination buffer and by destination buffer and data hazards. So that's terrible. Okay. I mean, if I just do it like this, if I say DST allocation mapped of DST offset equals buffer equals mapped of source offset, or actually no, I just want mem copy. Yeah, like this basically. Actually, yeah, just copy paste this. Mem copy. All right, and your destination is this. And your source is cast unsigned character pointer source data plus source offset, and this thing's mapped and byte size. Yep. So let's see how bad this is. I mean, it should work. And yeah, so I'm losing validation errors, but like I won't have validation checking anymore. However, I'm doing these one at a time, so I shouldn't really have data hazards. Yeah. So yeah, memcopy might be better. So all this should work, right? So we should definitely have the bishop. Let's see. Yep, we have the bishop. Everything's good. Everything looks good here. Now when I quit, it's very slow. Well, it's kind of slow. So that's something. It's kind of slow, but it's not that slow. And I could probably still I can probably still keep track of all these and just use memcopy. Still do run copies, but keep track of these memcopy variables. Yes. Yeah. And then I can actually preserve the order. Yeah, but really what I want to do is combine them together. Right? Yeah, combine consecutive copies together. Yeah, so I don't know if it's really if it would actually be any faster to put this down here, because at least how it is right now, I'm still running one mem copy per copy. I think that's the slow part, but it actually works instead of this mess. Yeah, well, it's because it's doing it one at a time, right? And so I'm just using memcopy. How do I handle data hazards? Well, I can organize it by, yeah, I can't, well, yeah, organize it by destination, I guess, by destination offset, and by, it's really annoying. Yeah, so I need to have an unordered map of unsigned character pointers to source pointers or something. I don't know. Yeah, so that, yeah, and then that way I'm only copying to one destination at a time. Or no, because it's not exactly. If I want to use copy buffer, right? So I'd have to organize it by buffer and then by offset into that buffer. Yeah, but I think I just want to check destination. I don't actually care what the source is, right? But what if the destination is the source for another command? That's the problem here. That's why it's n squared. Yeah, that's annoying. So yeah, it might just be that there's no reasonably fast way to buffer these together, right? Just because checking for data hazards might always take longer than just doing them one by one. That could definitely be the case. But one thing I know I can definitely do is put contiguous blocks together, because there's no data hazards there. So how would that work? That might also be slow to figure it out. Yeah, so I'd say contiguous destination block. Oh no, it'd have to be. You'd have to be where the source and the destination are the same, and are not the same, but The source and the destination are both equally contiguous. No, I'm sure someone's like written a paper about this kind of thing. About what would this be like? Data handling data hazards with multiple copies or something. Let's see if anything like this exists. Handling data hazards with many copies. No, I don't want like intro to data hazards. I want like white paper by someone multiple times smarter than me. Figure this out for me. Um, efficient copies with data hazards. That sounds fancy enough, but nope, nothing. Maybe you can just look up pop and swap data hazards. No. I mean, okay, yeah, there's like hazard pointer stuff. Um, yeah, but this is different. Yeah, yeah, no. This is for atomic ABA problem stuff. Hmm. Copy. Why is this? So what else can I do here? Because like this works, right? It's just kind of slow still. Yeah, it takes a few seconds. I can just profile it again, but pretty sure it's gonna tell me it's just because it's running like a million mem copies. Or is this already set? Uh, build where? Build where? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, no. I want to do yeah, record data. Yeah, there we go. Start recording and just have it quit immediately. Yep. Should be saving. Yeah, okay. Saved. Open this. Perf data. Flame graph. Yeah, yeah. Everything's in start thread. Invoke. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Refresh instance data. Right. This is all. Yeah, a lot of that's just from spinning up threads, but that's not what I'm talking. That's not what I care about here. I want to look. No, I want to look at the destructor, please. Thank you. Here we go. Remove instance copy. Yeah, mem copy avx. Okay, so this lock's actually taking a little while, and so is like, yeah, this pop back, the lock in. Okay, this is the remove instance lock. Yeah, and then pop and swap, pop back. Right, but then the rest of this time is taken up by mem copy. Hmm. Is there a mem copy that takes like a struct or something? Because that makes this a little easier. Mem copy struct parents. Like I don't use mem copy to fill a struct. I just want to look like I like mem copy overloads or something. Okay, whatever. I mean, it's source pointer, destination pointer, and size, so it's not really anything crazy. Um, yeah. So if I wanted to try to put some of these together to make them faster, how would I do that? Well, Yeah, it's basically wherever I can give a larger byte size. So that would mean that like the destination pointer and the source pointer. So like destination. So let's call this unsigned character pointer dst unsigned character pointer source size t size, right? And so we've got destination source and size, right? So now, right, and let's say I have a whole bunch of these, right? If these are just like structs or something, I have a whole bunch of these. And so basically, if dst plus size is in like if dst plus size is in the list of mem copies and source plus size, so let's get a list of these, and I might actually do I might do it like a standard unordered map, right? And then this is an unsigned character pointer, right? So it's gonna be by like DST character pointers to I guess just pairs of unsigned character pointers and size t, right? Yeah. Just get rid of that for a moment. So now what I want to do is I want to say for auto const dst in copies. So and I mean really, I'm copying like a million of these and it's going pretty fast. I just want to see if I can come up with something a little better. Like I don't like mem copies good enough for now. So maybe it's just like premature optimization or whatever, but I'd like to have something decent. Yeah, so for destination in copies. So if like, what would this be like? If destination plus size. Yeah, okay, and this is to going to a pair, right? So if destination plus size is in the copy list. So if copies dot contains dst, or okay, this would be like dst dot for, okay, so this should actually be copy and copies. Copy dot first plus copy second. Yeah, so let's say or no, it should be unsigned character pointer. Unsigned character pointer. Test destination is copy dot first plus copy second. Oh, hey, Um, I'm doing well. Let's see. I'm not sure how much you've seen of what I've done so far. But let me. What I'm working on right now is uh, so generally I'm trying to get adding and removing objects working finally, or adding workings. I'm trying to get removing objects working. Um, and so right now it does work. Um, sort of. So I'm deleting objects. Right now I'm only calling remove object when I'm actually like deleting the objects when I'm cleaning up the program and all that. Um, so let's run that. So if I run this, right? So this will load. All this stuff's working. And then when I hit escape to quit out of this, it's like taking a second here, and that's just because it's running through this like my GPU memory allocation library to go in and try to delete things. Um, but that can be a little slow because basically I'm having to do like 1 million mem copies. And so right now I'm trying to see if I can figure out how to batch these mem copies together, and that should speed up the a lot of the copy speed. But yeah, I don't know. I don't remember exactly how much you've seen, but I got I got this chess board model working. Oh, and then I also added better shader caching. So I'm actually caching shaders by the hash now, like these SpearV shaders. I have this cache JSON file, and so this lets me do. But so like before, I remember. I don't know if you remember. Wait, why mem copy? Uh, yeah, all. Yeah. So when I'm removing it, I don't know how much of the memory allocator library I've shown you, but let me actually start here. Um, so in draw, right? So this draw. This represents like a Vulkan draw command. So that's what is it? VK indirect draw something something. Right. There's draw indirect. And where's the draw indirect command? Or actually, I want draw indexed indirect command. VK draw index. Here, or whatever. This is what I'm looking for. Okay. So this is the actual like draw command I'm sending to the GPU. And so if you look here, there's like this first instance, and then there's this instance count. And so how the shader actually works to reference specific instances. So like the instance is how I get the model matrix. I have this GL instance index, and what that is like this first instance plus like the instance count from like 0 to instance count. So like if I have 10 instances, it'll do like first instance plus 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 all the way to 10 for each instance on the vertex shader. Like that's how many times it'll run the vertex shader. And so because it works like this, then I need my instances to be contiguous within like a section of the buffer, right? So I can like they have to be contiguous. And so and they also need to be dynamically resizable if I'm adding or removing instances. So basically it just needs to be like a vector, like a C++ vector, but on the GPU. Right? And then let's say I want to remove something from the middle of that vector. Well, then there's two ways to remove it. There's the slow way and the fast way. The slow way is, which preserves the order, is to just like copy every element back one space. And so that's really slow. That's like O of n. And then the fast way, if you don't care about the order, which I don't care about the order in which the instances get drawn. I just care that it gets drawn in the first place. So then what I'm actually doing is I'm popping off the last element in the vector, and I'm just like moving that to like the middle or whichever element I'm trying to delete. So I'm just like copying it over. But in any case, like when I'm removing an element from a vector, whether it's on the CPU or the GPU, if it needs to be contiguous, then you need to copy stuff over. And so that's why I'm doing mem copy when I'm removing the objects. And so technically right now, like when I'm just closing out the engine, I don't need to like do all this stuff with memcopy. Um, because like I can just free the whole buffer and it's fine. Uh, but let's say I want to make, let's say like it's in space or something, and I want to add and remove 10,000 asteroids or something, or 100,000 or whatever, right? Well, then I want that to happen quickly. I don't want it to be, oh, adding 10,000 asteroids, wait 3 seconds, getting rid of 10,000, waiting another 5 seconds. I want it to be like on the order of like tens of milliseconds. Um, and yeah, especially if I'm like trying to go up to like hundred thousands or millions of instances. Um, I want it to be fast. And so right now I'm trying to figure out how I can speed up those mem copies. And so, and actually what I was doing earlier is I was using these, I was trying to do it like this with this like Vulkan memory copy command. Um, so like if you go in here, right, there's like this VK CMD copy buffer, and that's just like copy stuff between, like within a buffer or between buffers on the GPU. Um, but the problem with this is actually really slow, because I think specifically because of the Vulkan validation layer. So that's what's like, I don't think, yeah, it's not going to show here, but like the validation layer, it's trying to check and see if I'm doing anything stupid. And so one problem is if I'm trying to, so I can do like all million copies individually with these copy buffer commands, but it's really slow because like I have to record the commands and submit them to the GPU, then wait for the GPU to finish. And that synchronization is really slow. So I tried batching them all together. So like put all million copies together into one copy buffer command, because you just give this like a vector of copy infos. But the problem with that is there's a lot of data hazards, because like when you, if like, it's where it gets kind of confusing, but if like I pop something off, like say I do pop and swap and I like remove, yes, like I remove the last block and I put it in the middle somewhere, and I'm deleting all 1 million objects. Well, eventually like that, I'm going to hit that same thing that I like tried to copy earlier, that I copied too early. I'm going to hit that same index, and then I'm going to start getting data hazards. And so the validation layer actually checks for those data hazards. But it seems like that check is n squared, and so it's extremely slow. Yeah. But memcopy doesn't check the validation. Like it doesn't go through the validation layers. And honestly, I'd rather go through the validation layers. But if there's no way for me to like make it run faster, then I'm gonna have to use memcopy. And also, memcopy is kind of bad because it's like sort of relying on like needing to have resizable PCIe bus address space, right? If you, I don't know if you know anything about that, where it might be called like above 4G decoding in your BIOS, or might hear like resizable bar or something like that. Because if you don't have that enabled, if you have like an older system, then there's only, the CPU can only read and write to like this specific 256 megabyte buffer or memory block or something on the GPU. But if you have it enabled, then you can read and write to the whole GPU. So it's fine for me to use memcopy when it's enabled. It's just if it's not enabled, then I can't use memcopy. And so like if you try to run this code as it is right now, and I am kind of assuming that, I'm assuming this in a few other places where I'm using memcopy, but I'd like to not use it if I can, just because it have like more work in the future if I ever want to make this work on like really on like kind of older hardware. But I don't know. For now, memcopy's working well enough, but I do want to see if I can make this any faster by trying to batch memcopies together. And so what I'm doing here is I haven't thought about validation layers slowing anything down. Yeah, so usually it's like maybe like 5% at the most. But with this specifically, is it's trying to check for data hazards between like two different pointers, and that's just going to be like n squared, because that's like check every copy against every other copy. And so So this is one case where it does get really slow. Um, so I don't think there's much I can do there. And then like I'm hoping maybe some of this code I'm doing here to like try to batch these together might be better because I don't because maybe the validation layer will be faster if I like can if I have no data hazards. Maybe it'll be like way faster. I don't know. I wouldn't think so because probably it's probably gonna have to check it anyway. But I'm not sure because I'd like to actually have that validation layer checking because I like to know if I actually have a data hazard. And but anyway, yeah. And so right now, I'm trying to see if I can combine some of these mem copies together because like if I do or yeah, just mem copy, right? So this takes like destination, source, and a size, right? And instead of running this like a million times for each different one, well, like if the destination pointer plus the size plus this and then the size plus the source are all contained within like this list of copies that I want to do, then I can just combine those. I can merge those into a single mem copy. And so I don't know if this is going to be any faster. Right, like the processing time here might take longer than the actual mem copy. Like I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case, but I'm just trying this out right now to see if this works. So yeah, if copies contains, right, this is like the destination or test destination. Yeah. So right here, it's in the middle of this right here. So if copies contains test destination, yeah, so that will mean like the destination pointer of one copy plus the size is equal to something else that's in the destination. Okay. Then I want to get that. So I want to get the let's just say auto. It's easier. Copies of test destination. So get that. Can I not do copies declare? Oh, I don't know, TMP copies, bad variable names, whatever. So this is the copy that I can merge, or that I might be able to merge, because now I also need to check if the source is the same. So now I want to say if TMP copy dot this be dot second dot first or something like that. It's not a structure or a union. What? Dot second. This should be TMP copy unsigned long. It should be this pair. Oh, right. No, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. So this is actually, I guess this is like test source or something. Test source dot first. Plus test source dot seconds. So if, or I guess this isn't test, this is like I have no idea what to call this variable. Temporary source. Temporary source dot second. Yeah, all right. So I have this map of copies, right? And this is a destination pointer, and then a source pointer, and then a size, right? And then so I want to see if the destination pointer plus the size exists as another one of these entries, right? And so if it does, then I want to get that entry, and then I want to make sure that the sources are also contiguous. So I want to say if the source, so not this, right? I want to see if, I want to see unsigned character pointer test source equals copy dot second dot first. Oh, this is terrible. Copy second, something like that. I'm not sure how much sense this makes, but I think it makes sense to me. I hope. Right. So then, if the one I'm checking, if these are the same, then that means that these are contiguous. And if they're contiguous, then I can just increase the size. Yep. So then I can take, I guess this shouldn't be a const reference then. This should be a reference. So then I can say copy dot second plus equals. Yeah, okay. Test source dot, or no, temporary source dot second, which is the size. Yeah, so I want to increase the size of the copy here, and then I want to remove the one I just checked against. So then I want to say copies dot, is there erase? Yeah, erase test destination. Yeah, okay. I think this works. Yes. So should actually go down here. Yeah, I should go here somewhere. So for copying copies. Yeah, and then this needs to go here. Yeah, so then I go, yeah, so for copying copies, I do all of this. And then now I want to say for auto const reference copying copies. Yeah, so I'm iterating over it twice. But now I can do mem copy, and I can say copy first, copy second first, copy second. There we go. And then here, I need to actually add these, right? So if I have this, right, destination, source, size. So then I want to say copies dot insert. It's gonna be like destination, source, size, like that. I think. Yeah, that makes sense. And yeah, I don't need this stuff at the top. Whatever. Yeah, and then that should run the copies. Yeah, and I'm calling that, I think this will work. Pretty sure I'm still calling this where I need to be. Yeah, I'm calling it before I reallocate. So like this is this is like, I try to add an instance and the buffer's too small. Well, now I need to reallocate the buffer just like a regular vector. And so I have to copy everything over. And so that's basically what this is doing, right? And then before I actually copy it, I want to make sure that, maybe actually this should probably go up here. Or, yeah, all right, that should be in there. I only want to do this if, yeah, if I've already allocated. Yeah, but then this needs to happen before I copy everything over to a new buffer. I need to like flush out whatever copies buffer I have. Okay, and then I'm also running this right before I delete. Yeah, just like right before I delete the GPU allocator, I'm just running all these copies. And so like, yeah, if I'm actually doing this, I can just comment this out for like that actual engine code because I don't need to remove the instances one by one when I'm just about to delete the whole buffer anyway. It doesn't matter. But it's at least good for testing performance. So yeah, it's all compiled. And so let's see, does this work or does this crash? Okay, all right, I'm missing some chess pieces. So something's not working quite right. Yeah, and you look, yeah. And some other models got put into weird positions. So yeah, something's definitely not working quite right. I quit that. Okay, hey, but it quit really fast. That's something. It quit very fast. Copies.insert. New text lock. I wonder how many. Oh, buffer copy size. Yeah. That's why I quit fast. I'm not actually running this code. Oh. Yeah, and this is for copies and copies anyway, so that's fine. Yeah, that'll make it fast, right? So this was for like the other way I was trying to do this, like batching them together with the what am I missing? Whatever. When I was trying to batch them together with like the Vulkan copy commands. That's what this was for. This is like a different buffer. This is not these copies. Okay. Let's see what this does now. Okay, everything is very broken. So my merge code probably isn't working quite right. And I'm just missing a bishop here. But yeah, this engine is all kinds of screwed up now. Yeah. Okay. And it was still pretty slow to close. So even if like this was working, I want to see running copies. I want to see how much this is actually reducing things because maybe there isn't much here. It's funny you have white pixel PNG, not hardcoded 4 bytes. Yeah, I mean, the idea is that well, so looking at errors and graphs, yeah. So the reason I actually have white pixel in there is because oh yeah, it can just be 4 bytes actually. Like I am doing this texture sampler thing. Where is it? In the fragment shader. Yeah, I am sampling it, but that should be fine because the sampler should be able to handle like the different sizes and all of that. Yeah, like the texture coordinates. Yeah, but white pixels, it works fine. It would actually probably should make something to like give it explicit bytes. But anyway, so I want to see if this is actually doing anything. So running copies and then say like starting copies or something. Or processing copies, copy size. Yeah. Because this might not be doing anything except causing errors. So okay, yeah. Running copies 115. Yeah, so a lot of this, at least when I'm generating stuff, it's doing nothing. Yeah. And now when I close it, yeah, it did. It changed absolutely nothing. Now it processed it really quickly, but it didn't yeah, it didn't change anything. So none of these are contiguous, or is there something wrong with this code? Because I would think I would have like contiguous copies in here. Right, so 4 copy in copies, right? And this is this here, right? So it's allocation plus the offset. Yeah, that makes sense. And so I want to check, yeah, if that is equal to, right? So if this destination contains this here, contains the size plus that. Yeah, that makes sense. If that contains, and then I want to get whatever that is. And then I want to add, yeah, copy dot second dot first plus copy second second. Copy second first. Yeah, so source plus size. If the source plus size is equal to the source here, source stuff first, yes. Then I want to add size and then erase. Okay. Yeah, so this code makes sense. So it could just be that there's nothing contiguous, but I would expect there to be something. Yeah. I expect if I'm deleting everything, then shouldn't I get like everything to be contiguous? Yeah, going over for copying copies. Yeah. So let's say here like found matching test destination, and then this should probably never run here. Found contiguous copies. Yeah, so all this is still completely broken. Found matching test DST. Okay, but it didn't find any contiguous copies. So I didn't actually edit this. I didn't do anything to change this here. So that's strange. And I'm pretty sure this was working fine before I even messed with this copies buffer. So yeah, destination allocation mapped plus destination offset mapped plus source offset. Yeah, that all makes sense. Size T size. Yep. So let me just do this, right? Let's say destination source size. And then let's just not do this. See if that gets rid of the errors. Because I'm not modifying it, so I shouldn't. Yeah. So I don't have any errors now. So I think it's actually a problem with yeah, found matching test. I think those errors are actually a problem. Like I'm not running run copies when I should be. Like I probably have some in a buffer somewhere that I haven't finished. All right, but I should call it when I reallocate. That makes sense. I want to flush it there. How about this one? I think this one's fine. This is for like copying the whole buffer, so this is a little different. Like this basically only gets used here. And then, yeah, so none of these matched, which is copy source. Yeah, this is what it would have to be if memcopy is going to work, right? So maybe I can't do anything with this. But I would like to at least be able to like batch the copies because I can do this on multiple threads. That's also something I can do. Or I can just do, can I just like make these async or something? Yeah, I can just put memcopy. Yeah, I wonder if that would speed things up enough if I just put memcopy into a whole bunch of async threads. So they're like fast user space threads, and yeah, I know. Like I know C++ has coroutines. I just don't know. I don't know how fast these are because like in Go they're really fast, but. And also, yeah, I think it'd only run on one thread anyway. resume. Oh, lambda, that's a coroutine. Okay. Bad one. I don't know. Yeah, I need to look into this more because maybe I can like have these mem copies run concurrently. That would be nice. Um, yeah, like maybe I can just have maybe I just have like a whole bunch of threads in the background, and they can just take tasks, and like some of these tasks can be just like mem copy stuff, right? Like I think what is it? Was it Naughty Dog? Naughty Dog Fibers something? Yeah, this like what I'm talking about now, like coroutines or whatever. Like fibers is another name for it, but they're just like lightweight user space threads um, instead of like heavy like kernel threads. Um, yeah, so I probably want something like this, right? Yeah, so waiting job is put on the wait list. Yeah, so this is what I'm thinking about. About I could put all these mem copies into like job lists. Yeah, so animations are a good thing for this. Cons. Yeah. Yeah, and so they really sped things up with this. Where is this where they show performance? Was it up here? New design. Yeah, so they went from like they like I don't know what's that like 60-80% faster performance. They went from like 25 milliseconds frame to 15 milliseconds a frame with doing this stuff. Yeah, so eventually I want to have like a real job system. Just probably not there yet. And so, yeah, I can do this. I can just like leave them copying here and it works. But I'd like to get this working. Because like, if I do want to have a job system for this, then I need to know like when I need to actually run these jobs. And so the fact that since all these copies are staying the same, right? I'm just doing this. Then I am copying everything where I need, or like I'm keeping track of all the copies. I'm not even editing them at all. But there's definitely some problem with, I guess I'm not running it where I need to be. Yeah, that's gonna have like 500,000. Okay. So basically, I just need to see everywhere that this copy is running. And that should only come from these allocators. Yeah. I tried doing this before. I looked at this earlier. In here, grep. Yeah. So I was looking at this earlier. I was trying to see everywhere that copy is happening. Yeah, it's all like sub allocator, which is really annoying. Yeah, so like this is just for. I think this is just for reallocation. So. Oh, but I probably need to do it more than just. So like I'm flushing the copies when like the whole GPU buffer gets reallocated, but not when like a sub allocation gets reallocated. Yeah, I think that's it. So this should actually be like flush copies, not kernel copies. Flush copies. And then I guess I can just build support straight in here. Or where is it? Is it in here? Yeah, so when I do a realloc, I copy TMP allocation, right? And this is going to do, yeah, it's right here. So after this happens, then I want to go to like, I guess, parent and say flush copies. And then allocation. So this needs to be virtual void flush copies. I'm doing multi-threaded for the first time with fork. Oh yeah. Uh, yeah. Um, okay, let's see, void flush copies. This just needs to call parent flush copies, I guess. So this can actually just call your flush copies. Yeah, and this memory allocator class is also really complicated. It's like templated inheritance, and oh, it's terrible. This is just like the best I could come up with. It took me so long to figure this out, like get it to at least be somewhat reasonable. So flush copies. Yeah, I have that there, I have that there. And you just call the parent flush copies. Yes, which should just keep happening until you actually get to the GPU. In the same way that like these copies keep happening until it gets to the GPU. Okay, so let's see if this works. Let's go back. Right, so, okay, I missed some stuff. Run copies, yeah. Did I not change this in here? Or, where is it? No, it's flush copies. Why are you still going on? Yeah, alright, I'll see you. Yeah, I'll be on and off today. Yeah, I think I have my schedule now, so you can see that. I think actually I'm scheduled to get off like now, so I don't know, I might take a break for a little bit, but yeah, I'll see you. Oh, what's my schedule again? I don't even remember. Stream schedule. Today is Saturday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Okay, yeah, so like 45 minutes, then I'll get some lunch. Okay. So, I just need to fix this. So allocation realloc. So you should be flush copies. And then in renderer, should be flush copies. I think that's it. Oh, missing undefined reference to CPU allocation flush copies. All right, you can just do nothing for now, I guess. Flush copies. Yeah, and so actually this should be this probably just needs to be shared between the CPU and the GPU allocator, but for the moment, I'll just do it here. Right, like it should be an allocation, I guess, but whatever. Still broken? Hmm. And it's finding a lot of matching test destinations, but it's not finding any of these. Right, so get this. Yeah, actually, let me put this here. Yeah. If this equals this, that makes sense. Anyway. So there's still somewhere that I'm not flushing the copies. And I can just like do it at the beginning of every frame. but that's really not ideal. All right, I can just do it here. Say a GPU allocator, get buffer, called instance indices dot or flush copies. Yeah. So that should work. It's just not ideal. It's still not working. What? Okay, the bishop is there, but this is all screwed up. Let me run this again. Are we doing any kind of did it? What's this? Oh. I think it's still copying things. Oh man. Yeah, it's still copying things. Oh. Am I not erasing copies after? Yeah. Hold on. Yes. Copies dot. Is there just like clear? Yeah. There. Definitely need that. There we go. That's the problem. I was like double copying things. Okay. And now, can I not run this every frame? Yep. Looks good. So that was right. Yeah, so it was on those, the smaller buffer realix or whatever. But still, we're not doing any of that. So that's annoying. Yeah, 500,000 copies, which I guess that makes sense. Yeah, pop and swap something, I don't know. I think it'd be like 1 million, but yeah, I guess I'm only doing like 1 copy per pop and swap, not 2 copies. 500,000 kind of makes sense. Okay. So like at least doing like mem copy here, and yeah, like I can wait. Yeah, so I can actually delay these now, which is good. That's a step in the right direction. So I don't need this anymore. Yeah, and then eventually, like if somehow I can replace this with like KCMD copy buffer, it's still fine because like all this flush copies framework is in place everywhere. So that's good. But we still can't find any contiguous copies, which I would think there would be contiguous copies. Or not cache, settings. So let's go down to like 10 and then maybe just print all the copies. Where, yeah, up here. Let's just say for auto copy and copies. See out. DST is copied up first. Yep. End line. Source copy dot second up first. Maybe not end line. Do these with commas. Comma space. Yep. That's first, and then end line at the end. There's source, or yeah, like that. And then size is copy second. There we go. And we only have 10, so at 10 extra boxes. So this should be like a reasonable number of things to scroll through. What? Yeah, it's black because it's still like 10,000 size, but okay, these are not right. Yeah, because these are unsigned characters, right? These need to be size T. Maybe that's the problem. Wait, yeah, hold on. Am I like unsigned character pointer? That's 32 bits. Maybe I need like or what? Unsigned character pointer. No. It's a pointer. It's 64 bits anyway. It's just copied up first. Copies. What is copies? Yeah, unsigned character pointer. Why? It's printing out pointers, but it's like converting them to characters. What? Is it like trying to read from the pointer? None of that makes any sense. I don't know. Okay, there we go. That's something. Found matching. Yeah. So here's all these. So what's going on here? So we have like 32. 28, 32. Oh man. Found matching. Okay, when I find a matching, then tell me the destination, please. Size T, test DST. Okay. So 748. What? I don't even see this in here. If copies contains test destination. Yeah. What? But I don't see 748 in here anywhere. And I could just be missing it, but I do not see it. Yeah. There's 784. It's not 748. Is it like, I mean, it shouldn't be like some hash collision thing. Because unordered map should be smart about that. Oh, here's 748. Yeah, okay. I just wasn't seeing it. I'm blind. So, yes, so that means 748. And then plus 4, so that means 752 is one of the destinations. Oh, man. And so then... No, I'm doing these one at a time. It's fine. But, yeah, so that means... Oh, hold on. Yeah, if one of the destinations is 752... No. Or... source. Yeah, I think this might be a problem because, like, if a destination is 752, then these are gonna run in the wrong order. Or, yeah, like I need a like if there's like one of these destinations 752s down here somewhere, which there should be, since it said it's equal, then I can't. It's fine. Because I'm copying. Would that even be right? That's like if I want to go from 752 to 756, or I think there's a data hazard there. It's just very annoying to think about. All right, where's 752? Oh, wait. So this is found test DST. Oh, okay, yeah. I see. So, or yeah, it found 748. Right, so that means, yes. So that means I should have 744. Yeah, there we go. And then 744 plus 4 is 760. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, they are just 88. No, here it is. This was, yeah. So yeah, it is. They're just not contiguous. Yeah, probably has something to do with like multi-threaded object creation, so stuff gets scattered around. But I would think, yeah, okay. So yeah, there might just not be anything contiguous. But what I can try to do is put all of these into fibers, or coroutines, or whatever you want to call it, and see if that actually does anything. So I'm going to comment out basically all of this, except this. That's good. Right, so I like having this flush copies. So maybe, I mean, yeah, honestly, instead of like copy start insert, can I just like start up a task coroutine for the copies and then just like wait for them all to finish down here in flush? I think, yeah, that's the way to do it. Right, when I start the copy, I just add a task to a queue, and then a whole bunch of threads can pull that task off and just start running them. And then in flush copies, I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna do like async dot wait or whatever on all these. I think that's the strategy. So yeah. And I want to kind of make this more generic. So this is going to be, yeah, it's going to be like adding a whole job system. So you know what? I'm going to commit what I have now. And then we can look at adding an actual job system. But I might be kind of getting a bit off track here because I want to get like removals working. Like I want to get like dynamic removals working. Like I can add a job system whenever. But I'm just kind of getting ahead of myself in terms of priorities here. So yeah, this all works great. I can close it. Closes reasonably fast. So I think this is all right for the moment. Yeah, git ignore. Yeah, that's fine. And yeah, and so I'm ignoring those perf data, so that's good. Command runner, device. What do I do in device? Let's see. Yeah, that makes sense. Atomic allocation. Yeah, whatever. Flush copies. Yep. Sure, I'll leave those in there. Yep. Right. I don't want to do this. No. Yes. Yep. Okay. If I turn validation layers back on, is this still slow? I hope not. I would think it's not. Yeah, it shouldn't be able to hook into memcopy. Because that's just like CPU, MMU copy stuff. Validation layer has no idea it's even happening. Which is kind of bad. Because I want the validation layer to know, but yeah. Quit. Yep. There we go. So that's all working. Git status. Yep. Git commit. Remove copy with memcopy and flush copies. Speeds up. I'll object deletion and prepares for job system. Yeah, there we go. So that's good. Now, yeah, I want to see if I can dynamically add and remove objects while the game is running. So right now, I'm like creating a million boxes. I don't know if I should just like randomly add and delete boxes, or yeah, maybe leave those million boxes alone. Those are fine. That's kind of a different test case. I want another test case, and maybe I could, well, let's just say I have like a 10 by 10 position somewhere, and I want to make a whole bunch of other boxes. And actually, I want to change the color. So, yeah, just so like I know which box is which. So I'll just go to box GLTF. Hopefully, this is just like base color factor. Yeah, red, green, blue. Okay, I'm gonna copy this, and I'm just gonna make a blue box. Copy file. Copy to blue box GLTF. And then I can just it's RGB, so there. Now the blue box. And now let's make some blue boxes. So let's get this model pointer. Let's say blue box model. Model manager, get model, asset space path plus blue box GLTF. There we go. Now, let's see. So I want to like randomly create and destroy, let's say, up to 10 boxes in like a 10 by 10 by 10 area. So how would I actually do this? And I want to just like each frame just mix some stuff around. So I guess I should get like a random Boolean. And that tells me whether or not I create it. Maybe not even do it random. I can just do like a pattern or something, right? Like I can do like mod 5 or something like that, and it would just like turn half of them on and off or whatever. That seems a little better. Right. So does object manager like delete object should work? Yeah, remove object. Okay, objects.erase. But I actually need to say delete objects of objects dot begin plus object ID. There we go. Or like this. There we go. Does that solve a problem? No overload operator. What? New object. Vector of object pointers. Yeah, get this and delete it. No overload operator for vector. What? Oh, right. There. Easier. Yeah, so just delete the object. So that's good. And now, yeah, so I can just, I want to I want like 10 boxes and just put them in random spaces, I guess. Or, yeah, or I don't know. Do it like this. Or, yeah, I guess putting them in fixed positions might be a little better. Position, rotation, scale. So I want to add an object at least, right? So let's not worry about each frame right now. Let's just say blue box model, right? And let's just call this blue box 0, right? Easy. There's 0, 1, 2, I don't know, whatever. I don't care. And then I'd do something like object manager, move object, blue box 0, 1, 2. Okay. And so since I want 10 objects, then let's just go here, right, and make this a vector of size t. I'm going to call this blue box IDs. And then we're going to say blue box IDs dot push back this. Yep. That's good. Yeah, blue box IDs push back. Right, so then, yeah, so this would be like 0, 1, 2, whatever. Then blue box IDs of 0, 1, 2. There we go. So that's a little better. So yeah, this will create them and then delete them and not actually do anything. So now I want to make a whole bunch of these. Yeah, let's say like add and remove 5 of them every frame. And also I want to set their positions. So yeah, and can I say like blue box ID step back? And I want to say object manager get object. Say, let's just put this here, right? Object pointer blue box. Say blue box equals this. Why are you unused? What? Okay, it's just being stupid. All right. Then blue box position, and so I want to randomly generate. Yeah, do I want to do it random? Might be better if I do it not random. So then I want to take, what would this be? Yeah, so I like just pushed it back, right? So then I want to say like blue box IDs dot size -1. So let's say, T box equals blue box IDs size -1, and then just do it like that, like that. There we go. Yeah, so I create it, I get it, I set the position, and I do it over again. So then let's say say blue box IDs dot reserve, no, not resize, reserve capacity, and then for t I equals 0, I is less than blue box IDs dot capacity plus I, do this thing, do this. Yeah, so now that should give me 10 blue boxes. Let's just see if this code works first before I start moving things. This should give me 10 blue boxes at like, I guess, so size. Yes, it should be like 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, whatever. And then I just want to like move these back a bit. So like, let's just say -10. So that should put them in like bottom left corner or top. I don't know if the y coordinates are flipped and all that mess. So let's just see what this does. I should have a handful of blue boxes. Why do I not have any blue boxes? What? Where are my blue boxes? What? What? This should definitely work. It should give me like an error if you're not found or something. For incapacity, yeah. Blue box IDs push back. Right, this should definitely run. Making blue box high. Yeah, making blue boxes. Where are my blue boxes? Yeah, like they should be the same size as these boxes, and they should just be at like -10, right? And that should be like within a reasonable distance, because these are like -2 and all that. What's going on? Is it like +5 or something? I don't think that's it. I'm not deleting them. So what's the problem? Oh, there they are. Okay, I guess I'm just putting them in a weird spot. Okay. Yeah. So instead of +5, I do -5. Why do I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes? I should have 10 boxes. What's going on? Yeah, position is just like, yeah, it should be at like -5. Yeah, it should be like 1 over each time. Or, yeah, it should just keep continuing down like that. Oh. I'm not sure what's going on there. Okay, now I have a whole bunch of them. I don't know what's going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. If I do -5, just change the position. It shouldn't do anything other than that. They're not going to be overlapping themselves. One, two, three, four, 5. It's like it doesn't want to draw them up here or something. Very strange. Yeah, I don't think it's like the lighting code being weird. I think it doesn't want to draw them there. So maybe there's something wrong with my position code. Yeah, there's some kind of problem there. Or minus, or I don't remember which one worked. Which one shows all 10? But yeah, something's definitely really screwed up there. Yeah, now I see none of them. Open this up and run it, but like this isn't what I want to be dealing with right now. Okay, well, there's 10 boxes. So, all right. Now, I'll fix the position code later. Now, I want to get like dynamically adding it, or yeah. I want to get this working like every frame. So, Yeah. Is there vector? Really should probably just be like I'm thinking do like pop front or something, or like maybe it's just do like a stack or a double and a queue or something. It was pop back. Yeah, it's not like pop front. Because what do I want? I want first in, first out, or first in, last out. I want a queue. So yeah. Right. So I add like a whole bunch of these. I had like 10 boxes to a queue or something, or a stack or whatever. Right. And then I want to start popping them off the front, like one frame. So like pop half of them off one frame, and then push those back to the next frame, and then pop the next half off. Right. So I want first in, last out. I think first in. No. First in, first out. Just think about this, right? And then I take that out, take that out, take that out, take that out. But yeah, but then like if it's first in, first out, then I like put them back again, right? And so the first one is first one out, right? But then if it's the first one in, the last one out, the first one is the last one out. Right? So I put the first one in, right? And then right, that's just like push back, pop back. Right, but then I'm gonna push front. I'm still gonna do 5. So I think I have to do a double and a queue. Yeah, yeah, it's just like a ring buffer or something. Okay. So let's say, yeah, and I might have cases of like some of these overriding each other. That's also annoying. Let's call this a DQ. Yeah, there's no reserve. I can just say up to 10, I guess. Okay, so now it's in a DQ. Yeah, so push back, sure. Yeah. And then, so let me copy this code more like here-ish. This here. Or, fine, put the model way up here. That's fine. Yep. So now, add object, remove object. Yeah, so I'm gonna say st blue box count equals 10. Blue box count, and then right, refresh invalid objects. So before I run refresh invalid objects, I want to say for size ti equals 0, I is less than blue box count over 2 plus I. Then I want to say I want to do this basically, sort of. I want to delete blue boxes. Yes. So I want to say, right. But then I also want to add them, or I want to like toggle half of them on and off. Right. So I guess actually, maybe I don't even want this up here. Right. I just want to say, right, and then I position, which is also annoying. because this can't be size. Because like the size is always going to be 5 or something. Oh man. Or, no. So this would mean, yeah, I create them, right? I want to create them first and then I want to delete them. That's fine. Yeah, so that way size goes up to 10 or something. I think this will work. Maybe this will look like it's not doing anything. I'm not sure. Let's put this here. Or actually, just put it here. So, blue box IDs push back. Yeah. Blue box equals get object dot back. So is this what I want? Yeah, I want to get the object I just put in. Then position. Yes. And then set the position, right? So then I want to pop front. So I want to say blue box IDs dot pop front. Or actually I want to say blue box equals object manager get object blue box IDs dot front, and then pop the front, and then delete object manager remove object. Okay, and this actually just takes an object ID. So this is just like blue box ID or something. And that's just what this is. Size T blue box ID. I guess it's fine for this to be here. So is this gonna work? Maybe. Let's see what this does. Kind of expecting a segfault. Yeah. Yep. Remove instance. Default scene value instances. Length 0, capacity 1. Okay. Time is it? G3. Okay. Got a few more minutes. I know I started late today, but I'm a little tired. But yeah, we'll be back in like an hour and no one's watching anyway. So, but let me see if I can figure this out real quick. So, yeah, remove instance. Apparently this has never been allocated, which doesn't make any sense. Yeah, remove object. Yeah, and I need to be, I don't want to just like get rid of remove object. Or no, yeah, I can because I'm still popping, so. Yeah, I'm just gonna end up like making a whole bunch of objects every frame. It's not great if I don't have remove object in here, so. Let's see. Move instance. Vector of length 0, capacity 1. So how could instances be empty? Because I added the object. Yeah. Go up. Yeah. What's this ID? Oh. What? Oh, yeah. That makes sense. That's the object ID, right? That's not... Right, like I can go be blue box IDs or something. Yeah. Yeah. That's fine. DQ with one element. One element. Oh, because I'm adding 5, and then I'm removing 5. So it's not actually going to do anything. Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, I want to, like, start with... Like, run this up here first. So I start with an extra 5. Yeah. So I start with 5, and then I add 5, and then I remove 5, and then I add 5, and then I remove 5, and hopefully I'm adding and removing a different 5, like in terms of position. Probably not. But anyway, that's not the problem. That would just be like, I would only have like 5 showing up. Yeah. but it's the add and remove code is very broken somehow. So if center point cached, what? I'm crashing here. Can I access memory at address? Refresh instance data. Model. Like, this is weird because like this, like the model doesn't exist. What? Up. Invalid objects processor. This is really weird. Right, so like this is it cleared, I would assume object refresh instance data. Right, let me go up a few. Right, so this is at line or object manager. Yeah, this is run line 258. So that's here, right? So it got here and it tried to, so it did all this somehow, and then it tried to update the invalid objects, and then somehow like the model doesn't exist or something, or the AABB should definitely exist because that got created with the model. Cannot access memory at address. Okay, so the object is kind of screwed up. Like the object didn't get created right. This is all happening in one thread, so I mean these get refreshed on multiple threads, but like the object is bad. Object that got put into invalid objects, but it can only get put into invalid objects if it's a good object. Like, oh, wait a second. Oh, I think I see what's happening, right? So this worked, but when I deleted the object, it could have added itself to the invalid objects and it didn't remove itself. Okay. So that's weird. Right, so like here, like when I set the position, I'm registering it to be invalid. Right, and so now really that shouldn't be happening in the first place, but this is a scenario that I do need to cover. If like you try to set the position and then you remove it in the same frame, but really these should be pointing to different ones, right? Since they're like push back and pop front, but push back. Yeah, I guess like I wanted push back. Yeah. I guess like, no, this should be like pop front. Yeah, but I haven't refreshed. Aha. So this actually needs to go above here. And I think that should fix it. Let me just move this back up here. So then it'll call refresh. And then that'll handle the cases of like where these need their position set. Yeah, and then I'll go down here, and then I'll add another 5, then I'll remove 5 more, and it should be like the first, it should be like these 5 that I'm removing. And then I'll refresh all the invalid objects. That should be fine. But I do still need to handle that case of when I delete the object, right? Because I don't want to like segfault on that. Whatever. So, not still crashing. Okay. M is engaged. Write instance data. Right, so model still like doesn't exist, I think. No? That's not right. Yeah, so model is some absolute garbage. And yeah, so this is when it's trying to run the invalid objects again. And this is still like the model doesn't exist. Yeah, because I guess I set the position here. This is terrible. But yeah, I think it's definitely where the problem is. Like, I just need to fix the invalid objects, not try to like tweak the logic to get it to work right. Like, I'm sure the logic is wrong, but I do need to handle these. Do need to handle this. So I don't know. There's something like, can I check if something would segfault if I read it? Well, that's not quite right because it's still, yeah, it's still really bad, right? It needs to be like in this destructor. It takes itself out of invalid objects. So invalid object. So I guess, yeah, right. I'm gonna say, is this a vector? Yeah, it's a safe vector. Okay, so it's a safe vector. Well, right. This is an object pointer. Object in, let's do it like this, size ti equals 0, I is less than underscore invalid objects size plus I, if, and yeah, it's going to do a whole lot of mutex stuff, and it's probably going to be really slow. At least, well, I mean, for this is like 10 objects, so it's probably fine, but if invalid objects dot at I is equal to this, then what do I have here? Pushback, size, clear, grow, add, reserve. None of these are what I want. I want to remove something from this, so I guess I do pop and swap. Yeah. Yeah, and like maybe it should be an unordered map and not a vector then, but yeah, I need pop and swap though. Pop and swap I. Yeah, break or something. Yeah, it definitely has to be safe vector. Okay. Because this is also for like multi-threaded object creation. Use a pushback, const item, pushback item, reserve, at, clear, size. Yeah. So let's say void pop and swap size t index, and this is a unique log. And now I want to say underscore vec of index equals vec dot back, or maybe we should just do vec dot erase. Maybe that's better. Constant iterator position. Let's say vec dot again. Right, so I can do so vec dot erase. I know this is OVAN, but this is pop and swap. So this is faster. I'm gonna leave. I'm just gonna call this erase. Erase is good enough. So let's see if this works now. Okay, we open and we're running. Oh, and we segfault. Yeah, it's just stuck. Okay. Still failing? Yeah, remove instance. objects, object ID. Yeah, okay, yeah, so I'm trying to delete the object. Object ID is something. Yeah, but that's like, whatever this is, that's fine. And this object manager, yeah, I know object manager is fine. So I go down again and I call object move instance, and that's fine. But when I try to look at the scenes, or, yeah, right? Yeah, is it telling me it's crashing here? Like instances looks wrong as well. Like this is length 0 capacity, or maybe I'm not using, I don't know. Let's just look here, right? P scenes. Okay, scenes is absolute garbage. So that means the model is garbage. Why would the model be garbage? Yeah, okay, this is nonsense. Can I access memory? Yeah. So model is complete garbage for some reason. And I don't know why, because it doesn't make any sense. Model should be fine, right? Object, model. Like it works for when I'm deleting things. It just doesn't work right now. Get rid of that. Somehow, yeah, it can find a real, oh, is it a real object? Maybe it's a fake object. Objects of object ID. Is this a real object? Maybe? Yeah, I mean, I don't know about these, like, plus 17, whatever. Right, this is like 0x1, I don't know. I don't know if this object is real or not, but yeah. Like I'm reading, oh, you know what, objects, no, this is a vector, right? Right, that's a vector and not, yeah, it's vector, okay. So this has to exist, right? I was thinking like it's an unordered map, and then I'm like checking object ID, and then it's creating ones. That'd be terrible, but no. So this object does exist. These numbers are really weird. I don't know. Yeah. Position. What? Yeah. But, anyway. Somehow this object's model is nonsense. And I wouldn't be surprised if this object is nonsense. Like it got the right invalid objects. I do this. No symbol star. Yeah. So it does have the right invalid objects. So it's definitely got created with new. Length 2 capacity. Yeah. So this does make sense. It's just somehow model is not right. That makes it seem like I already deleted the model. But I didn't. Right? This is in like run remove object. It's crashing. It's not like deleting at the end or something. Yeah, this model definitely exists. I'm not deleting the model or anything. Can I say, does this work? Can I say model manager get model? This might be like too much. Yeah, I don't know what the thing is for it. Yeah, it's assets, base path, there's all that. Just p model manager. Let's do this. Right? Yeah, so here it is, blue box GLTF. is 0xd something whatever, right? Which is not this. So these are not right. How are these not right? Because everything else works. It's just somehow it's not. It's got like nonsense for the model. But I created the object. Got it. It exists. And then the model is just nonsense. That's really weird. Yeah. I don't know what's going on here. How did model get corrupted? Yeah. Move object. Blue box ID. It gets a real object because I know like it has invalid objects here. And so I think this seems right. Unless if like, I don't know, object manager, invalid objects. Is this like different? No, this is exactly the same. So this object definitely got created correctly. Now the position looks a little insane. I don't know what that's about. And then the model is just like complete nonsense. Right? Because the model should be this. Add object. Objects dot in place back. Maybe it should be push back. Wait. Objects of I. Some of this seems a little weird. It's like there's object size, but then I'm doing objects of I here. There should be like create n objects, model pre-allocate, object size, pre-allocate, objects resize count. Okay. Yeah, pre-allocate count. Okay, yeah. I see. Dot reserve. Dot resize. So all these exist, but then I'm doing in place back. I'm gonna do pushback. Maybe in place back is doing weird things. I wouldn't be surprised. Return size -1. Yep. Remove object. Delete that and then erase it. Yep. Get object. Object ID is less than object size. Return object. Object ID. Otherwise, object doesn't exist. Object count. Yep. I wouldn't be surprised if it was in place back. No, I think it crashed. Yeah. And so it still has nonsense for the model. I don't understand why though. Blue box is this. Somehow it got complete nonsense. If I print out object, let's model. Yeah, not right at all. gonna be something stupid, but I don't know what it is. I do wait for this to finish, right? Yeah, I think a run, whatever this is, like the like my whatever chunk processor, chunk slicer, or all this should work, and it'll like wait until things are finished. So that's fine. Uh, hmm. So I guess somehow I corrupted the memory of the object. I don't know. But the funny thing is, like, say I don't do this. Um, because now the object should still get deleted. Okay, I'm gonna make 5 more every frame. This is gonna be terrible. Um, yeah, but yeah, this might actually crash me. It might make them too fast. Oh no, it's not doing anything. That's weird. And my object count isn't increasing. I mean, maybe we're not doing that every frame, but yeah, that's weird. Hmm. Yeah, and like when I quit, it's fine. And that's still that's running remove object. Basically, like it's running object delete and all that. So I'm not sure what's going on here. And also, I expected this to like make me a billion objects, like 5 per frame, but it didn't. So that's something else. So yeah, there's definitely some issues here. But I'm going to get off for now. I'll be back in like an hour. And nobody's watching anyway. So yeah, I'll see ya.